Hi, this is Ronnie, and welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas, sponsored by Becky Back, who is my creative life. And there will be a link below for the next one on the list in this hop. But my share today is going to be a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout, which y'all know I love doing the best. And I'm not going to use any regular embellishments or anything on this layout. I'm either going to fussy cut it out, which in that basket I already have done. I had fussy cut them out and put them in there so I'd have them ready for whatever layout I ended up doing. And the other thing is regular cutting, because I'm not actually going to be fussy cutting. I'm going to be cutting bigger things out, and die cutting. So everything's going to go on here is paper, and I am going to make it into something somewhere or another. On this paper right here, it is white cardstock, but I took Anna Griffin embossing folder and put snowflakes on it. And that's what I was showing you, how good those snowflakes look. And I probably should have ran it through twice because the edges didn't get it very well, but it still looks good. Going through these close to my heart papers, all the papers except for the cardstock is close to my heart. And most of it's Christmas, but some of it isn't, but it still goes well, so I put them together. Jennifer had gave them to me, so I am very blessed having it. I am going to mat my picture in the white cardstock, and then I'm going to mat it in the pink polka dot. And the white cardstock is just plain cardstock. It's smooth, it's not textured, but it comes like from Walmart, where you get like 150, I think, for $5. So it really comes in handy and goes a long way too. And that's why you never see me gut it. I figure it's a good price and I can just go ahead and use it. And you probably noticed I already had a piece of cardstock out when I pulled the one to mat with, but I didn't want to use it because I was afraid I'd use too much of it. And I am drawing here. This is going to be the frame for her picture. And I'm just marking it out. And I'm not going to stick super close to the lines. I am a little bit, but I figure I can erase whatever doesn't get straight on the lines. And I am going to erase. You will see me erase. You will also see me do some more trimming on it too. It isn't set in stone once I draw it. It is a beard. It may not look like a beard, but it is a beard. I'm using creative license with it, so if it don't look like a beard to you, that's why. I am taking that Studio G ink, and it's only like $1 at Walmart. Oh gosh, several years ago. I don't think they have Studio G there anymore, but it's still good, and I still use it every time I need the gray. I'm also going to punch out some 1-inch circles, and I later thought I wished I'd done 1 1/4 at least. But I'm going to stick with the 1 inch. I'm not going to change them out. And here I'm putting that up there, just trying to guesstimate where I wanted to start cutting. And I'm cutting a hat out. And it's kind of lopsided, but that was on purpose. That was my intention to do it that way. I wanted it not to go up completely straight. This is supposed to be a gnome. And, they usually have pointed hats coming up. But I'm figuring he's a Christmas gnome. So his is going to have where the ball is on the end. But it's not going to be that big of a ball. So I didn't get too carried away with the ball on it. I am inking the hands and the nose. That's what those are. Like I said, I think I wished I'd done in 1 1/4. But I'm not going to change it. They look all right. And here I'm just putting foam tape, and I'm doing it on half of the hand, and then the other half I'm going to put adhesive so that it kind of tilts outward. But some of those gnomes you see, their hands come like through their beard because their beard's all the way down to their feet. And that's the thing I'm going for. That's why I really didn't care whether I went back or not and made him bigger, because, he's just a fat little gnome with his hands sticking through his beard. I'm working on the hat now. I decided to go ahead and add some white trim since he's going to be like a Santa gnome. And I cut it, and I cut extra just so I'd have it if I didn't get it quite right. And then I had to trim it a little because, yeah, I cut that extra. And I'm inking the cap right now. And I'll forget to ink the last part of the cap. But I looked at the layout, and you really cannot even tell I inked it the first time, so it still matches. But don't he look cute with that little nose sticking out from underneath his hat? And I just took a scrap area on that piece of paper to make the tail end of the hat. And since I, made him so big that he couldn't get his whole hat on the page, I wanted him big enough that he could hold the picture in his hands. And I'm just trimming off the extra now. And I am going to put the nose up on foam tape. And then I'm going to start putting presents down. Oh no, I'm putting highlights on his nose and his hands. And I should have done that before I put the foam tape on there, because I almost wrote right through the paper and perforated it. I'm pulling out the presents that I fussy cut, and that candy cane, it is not close to my heart. It's the only thing that isn't, besides that blue cardstock on the back. It is from October Afternoon. It's an old collection that I didn't want to use those pages. They were like 6x8 pages. I did not want to use them for anything but fussy cutting. There was 2 pages of candy canes, and that's all I've used them for, because they are just so cute. You have to fussy cut them and put them on your page. I'm going to put those presents on there, and I'm going to put some with foam tape and some not, so I'll add dimension down there. And I'm also going to do my title, which is the die. It was in that basket. I guess I took it out when I dug out these presents, but it is Gnome for the Holidays. And I got it. It's We Are Memory Keepers. And they were last year on HSN. It's like, I think a set of 6 for one price. And they also had gnome paper, and I really thought about getting it. And I even thought about it today and looked to see if it got marked down. And it is marked down now. But I still didn't order it. I still talked myself out of it. I thought, I got to use up the Christmas I've got. And I am so tickled with the layouts that I've been creating with it. Some of it's several years old, so yeah, I am so glad to be getting it on a page. And this 12 Days of Christmas is going to help me do that. Oh, here's where it just kept bugging me. I talked about his beard being all the way to the floor. Well, it bugged me that there wasn't nothing there. So I put material is what I was thinking. Pattern paper that matched the hat, so it looked like he had matching clothing on the bottom. Oh, here's where I cut that die out. Isn't that cute? Gnome for the Holidays. And it's going to sit there a few minutes, but not too long, because I'm going to change my mind and decide I want it in white. So I did. I cut it out in white. And while I was doing the voiceover, I thought, man, I should have took the hat off and ran it through the big shot with the die on top of it, and then we could have seen snowflakes that was dimensional, underneath the hat, and just put it up on foam tape. I think that would have looked pretty, but it's already done, so it's going to stay that way. I'll try to remember it for another layout. And see how empty it is over on the right hand side? I kept looking at that and thinking, I moved my title and it's still all empty. What am I going to do with it? So here I am cutting out a tree, and I started cutting it, and then I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the back part of it so that I can see how well it fits and be able just to slide it in that area. And that green matches some green on that larger present over on the left-hand side, plus the one with the yellow bow on the right-hand side. They both have a little bit of that green. And yeah, it tucks in really good. I got it just right, which is surprising first try. But I'm going to go ahead and put my presents back down and I'm going to leave it the same way it was before. I hope. I think it's the same way. And the foam tape still stays on them. And you seen me with the marker. That bow had tore earlier, and when I pulled it up, it tore a little more. So I just took it and went over the white so the white wouldn't be showing. And there's the ornaments I picked. I'm going to change that green one out to a red, though. That green one on the top, since the tree is so green. But that's the ones I'm going to use. I am going to put, like, the next one's going to get the foam tape and so on. But since I have no embellishments for this paper, it's a good thing it's got some places I can fussy cut out. So I will have some embellishments. And I did find an old sticker set today that I thought would go with this. And I thought about doing this one thing that I've been seeing on a few layouts lately, where they put these blocks over on the left-hand side, because they are stickers with blocks. They are old and they're a bit on the shiny side. That's how old they are. But I ended up doing this instead, so I think I forgot about doing that. And here's the close-ups, and you can see how pretty that embossed snowflakes look. Oh, they just look so good on there. And that candy cane. And of course, I love the gnome for the holidays. So yeah, I had to use a gnome on one of my pages just so I could use that die. But be sure to check out the link for the next person in line on the hop. You'll find the link below. And the link for 12 days of inspiration. Well, it's day 4, so there's 8 more days, but you can always go back and watch the first 3. But I want to thank you so very much for watching. And if you leave a comment, I will comment back. If you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. There's my little granddaughter. Isn't she cute? She is still cute, but she is much older. I went to a play the other night that she was in, and she was overstock. Yeah, it was Charlie Brown. Yeah, she's dressed up all in yellow. So cute. But she was way tiny compared to all the other actors in the play. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.